Hi, my name is Nikita and I'm gonna represent our team. Our case study is Profit or Impact. With rapidly emerging economies, growing innovation sector and internationalization of the companies, the ethics becomes a questionable topic. The Generation Y is looking forward to change the world and make money work for them rather than working for monthly allowance. This case study is concerned with decision making with focus on entrepreneurship and the role of CEO in decision making process. We are dealing with social injustice and we would like to discuss Turning Pharmaceuticals case study in details.
Martin Shrkeli is a dedicated entrepreneur and the CEO of Turing Pharmaceuticals. He was widely criticized last year when he increased the prices of AIDS medicine from $13.50 a pill to $750 a pill, which is a 5,500% increase in price. He proudly defended his actions since everything he had done is legal. Turing Pharmaceuticals owns the product and they can pursue their own goals with their product, which in this case was maximizing the value of shareholders. Argued that medical industry is more like Martin Shrkeli than it likes to admit. Of over 3,000 brand names, 60 have doubled in price and 20 have quadrupled in price since November 2014, according to Bloomberg News. The analysis also showed that multiple brand names have been increasing their prices at least by 10% annually for the past few years. We chose this case based on the themes it's almost a textbook example of. Most entrepreneurs want to maximize their profits, but through this case we can discuss the break-even point. 2. Which goals should the CEO have in mind while making business decisions? 3. Is anybody affected by such a price move? If yes, then how? And number 4. What solutions could be implemented?
So, important stakeholders are aid patients, pharmacies, insurance companies, himself, stakeholders of Turing Pharmaceuticals, and public authorities. So, aid patients. They directly affected by Martin's actions as they are users of this project. Low-income people are affected the most. Pharmacies might lose customers and there would be a profit losses. Profit losses may hurt industry and families who are involved of this work. Insurance companies. Like pharmacies, insurance companies will incur losses or they will increase their price of service. That will also hurt the public and draw attention on media. This may be result in job losses and problems in personal life of everyone who is involved in this business project. Himself. The reputation of entrepreneurs is one of the most crucial things. Martin Shrkeli was terminated from the role of CEO, and we believe that his career of entrepreneur is very questionable. Stakeholders of Turing Pharmaceuticals. Employers, stakeholders, and suppliers damage their reputation now. They will affect their business activities, future careers, and families. Public authorities. They have to regulate the entire situation and they have to act according to public interest. They will face difficulties as Martin acts according to laws. So this was the result that his actions can't be justified by society. This was also an example where public authorities are limited.
While gathering information and conducting research on the case, we already had multiple discussions and thoughts on the situation we chose. It was clear that it provides us a good base to work on and view it based on multiple ethical theories. Martin Shrkeli proudly defended his actions and told that they were in his best interest. This can be connected to egoism. In egoism, you make your decisions based on what is the best for you. It is also called hedonistic. Based on this theory, effects on other people are not taken into account and therefore you don't need to care about the well-being of others. Actions of Shrkeli strongly lean towards egoistic theory. But that doesn't mean that they could not be questioned on ethical basis. What he did wasn't against any laws or restrictions that have been put out to operators on markets, but the public reactions are a clear indication that we are not the only ones who think his actions were neither optimal nor fair. On the other hand, some people expect him to act in accordance to altruism ethical theory that states that the actions of the Martin Shrkeli should be solely based on impact on others, especially due to the nature of his business. Here comes the main question, whether it is actually right to act according to the egoism theory or according to the altruism theory. In our opinion, he should act in a way which is good for everyone, so-called golden middle. It is not wrong to desire profit for your company and its stakeholders, since that's how business works. That's why we would suggest a utilitarian approach to the problem. In utilitarian theory, it is expected that you make your decision based on everyone's well-being.
In 21st century, the corporate world is seen as a driving force for better future. Companies constantly donate and help those who really need this. World leaders are concerned with global warming, environmental issues, and poverty in underdeveloped countries. In order to make our world a better place to live in, we should have a common goal: care about others. If everybody acts in their own interest, it's almost impossible to achieve this goal. Thus, we came up with concrete actions to be taken in order to solve this difficult ethical dilemma. We truly believe that this case can be a good example for other people to follow. Our team would advise government to do the following things. First of all, to make the final decision that it in interest is of majority group, in other words, society. Secondly, we would advise government to subsidize the research centers or other pharma businesses that are capable to do research and produce the alternative product. As for CEO, it's very important to find the golden middle of profit maximization and making an impact. CEO is the one who creates the company vision, and it should be focused on making this great social impact. As for Martin Shrkeli, it's important that he recovers his reputation back, and we have concrete actions he should take. First of all, he should publicly announce his incorrectness in his action, and maybe he has some ideas to make a social project that would help his reputation to be recovered. We also have a suggestion for industry regulator. It's important to make this industry, pharmaceutical industry, very transparent and visible for outsiders. Our team learned a great lesson from this case study. First of all, entrepreneurship shouldn't be harmful for society, but instead promote the public good. Each business leader should try to make each personal life better off. Secondly, companies should act within legal framework, but don't forget about moral issues. That's very important. Last but not least, we believe that ethical decisions may bring a better result in long-term perspective. As it can be seen from Martin Shrkeli case study, if he would increase the price by 100%, that wouldn't be that visible, but in long-term perspective, his reputation wouldn't be damaged, but he would still earn higher profits. Thank you for your attention. That was Impact or Profit Team.